All right, everybody, welcome to the show. It is week 8, and we have a full slate of Sunday games, and we have, I think, just one guy in costume. Are you in costume, Chris?
Yeah.
You are in
Yeah.
costume?
I'm an old-timey baseball player.
Not a specific one, though.
Well, so there's a picture. My grandfather was a singer in Cuba in the 1950s, and there's a picture of him wearing this outfit. So my sister bought me the jersey and shirt in honor of him. So that's technically what I am, but it's just old-timey baseball player.
Okay, old-timey
It's
baseball
very
player.
warm. It's very itchy, but it's good.
They were very warm and itchy back in the day. And who is Frank? The first person to guess right will have your question answered. But you'll probably have your question answered anyway. So
Ooh.
who is Frank dressed up as? We can give you hints as we go on. All right, let's answer some questions here. We'll get to the storylines. We'll get to the weather. The weather we have to talk about here, especially in Kansas City. Brr.
Speaking of which, Patrick Mahomes is under the weather.
Yeah.
In Kansas City.
Should be fine. He's playing. Would you trade Godwin for Metcalf?
I think there's probably more upside with Metcalf.
Yeah, that feels like a coin flip to me. I think I'd rather have Godwin, but it's close either way.
Okay. Would you rather have who you starting this week? Foreman, Edwards, or Damian Pierce?
Foreman.
I think I have Foreman just ahead of that group, yeah.
Now look at that costume. That's a good one right there. Heath Cummings is here.
What's going on,
Heath?
guys?
What's the costume?
Exactly.
You're just Chiefs fan who hates the Bengals?
And is a police officer.
How did we not organize Chris dressing up as Taylor Swift when Heath is
Ah, that's a good
Travis
one.
Kelce?
Yeah, that would have been a good one.
My wife was Taylor Swift at the Halloween party.
I
last
believe
night.
Ezra predicted that one
No,
on the pod
Jamie
last week.
Jamie did. Jamie did.
Okay.
Jamie gave me the idea. We did not have our costumes picked out, and Jamie said it, and I thought, well, that's perfect. Now I get to wear a mustache.
Cool.
I will do just about anything to get to have a mustache for a few days.
Who is Frank? Minshew? Is he Uncle Rico? No, he is not. Keep on going. I thought this was America.
Uncle Rico is a great guess, so I do kind of look like him. I look like 3 different people or 5 different
It's
people.
the shirt. The shirt is really like the color of the shirt. It's very, very. That's what you need to focus on. Seattle or the Chiefs DST?
Chiefs.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I wonder if maybe the Broncos don't pass as much with the kind of snow going on, but I would still use the Chiefs.
I think the snow is maybe the most overblown thing of the season. I do not believe it's actually going to be snowing during the game. In fact, I think it's supposed to stop in time for them to get the snow off the field.
Okay.
So I'm not. I mean, I didn't mean to say that. That might have sounded aggressive towards Frank, but I've seen a lot of people tweeting about.
No, we get it. We understand. We are all aware about how you feel about Frank Heath.
Yeah, okay, good.
All right. Frank is Pablo Escobar. No. Frank is Burt Reynolds. No.
Turd Ferguson.
Zay Flowers or Devontae Smith today?
Nah, that's not my name. Zay Flowers.
Yep. I am going Zay Flowers as well. Yep.
DK Metcalf or Pittman?
I think I have Pittman ranked higher.
I have DK just ahead, but
it
is
that's
close.
a great guess. I don't know what actually Frank was, so I'm just reading the guesses in the chat, and the just a guy was a great. Is that what it is? He's a Jag.
No.
No,
Frank,
we already said Gardner Minshew.
We'll have to give him a tip here. Would you go with Hopkins and Rashee Rice? We have 3 questions here, guys. Pick your poison.
I have seen at least one correct guess, by the way.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to go with Rice, Purdy, and Ferguson.
I'm going with Hopkins, Purdy, and Ferguson.
Rice, Purdy, Ferguson.
This is not correct, but it's right. All right. We'll give you the answer in a minute. Mixon, Brian Robinson, Chubbard, or Dell? Who we going with? One, it's got to be Mixon.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep, Mixon.
Would you trade Aaron Jones for Jacoby Myers? Grade that trade.
That feels pretty good. Yeah, I was going to say like a B+.
I would rather have Jones, but I feel like I'm kind of on an island with him at this point.
Higgins or Ridley?
Higgins.
Yeah, I hate the Bengals, so Ridley.
I am going to go with Ridley. You know why, Adam? Because
Why?
he has integrity.
Yeah, integrity. He's Randy Marsh, folks. He's Randy Marsh from South Park. You got to see the whole costume here. Can we see the whole costume, Schaefer? It's if you get the pants going too, I think it's great.
My wife dressed up as Towley one day, and then she was Cartman the next, so it was great.
Incredible stuff.
Roshan Johnson or Damian Pierce?
Pierce.
Roshan. No, Pierce.
I'm going to use Pierce there.
They might both be backup running backs by the end of the day, though.
By the way, Luke Musgrave is active.
Oh, good.
I am starting him in the league. So.
Hold on. Let me go change all of my rankings.
Well, he's one of the only actually 3 important players for the Packers. Luke Musgrave and then 2 defenders, cornerback Jaire Alexander, linebacker Devondre Campbell. They're all active this week. Would you start Jonathan Taylor or Isaiah Pacheco, full PPR? And I think Zach Moss is active, right? He's supposed to.
He's
right?
supposed to be. I haven't seen it.
I didn't see that he was
yet.
inactive, so I'm going to guess he's active. Yeah, he's active.
Zach Moss is active, yep.
So was Michael Thomas. So was Curtis Samuel. Oh, Tyron Smith is inactive. That's interesting.
I would go with Jonathan Taylor over Isaiah Pacheco.
I have Pacheco 1 spot higher, but they're both top 13 running backs this week.
Okay. Josh, Heath's been very silent today. Josh Jacobs or Gus Edwards?
Jacobs.
Yes.
Yep.
Dallas Goedert or George Kittle?
Goddard.
I don't know about you guys, but Jacobs is still just a must-start running back for me. Like, I get that the results haven't been there, but he still leads all running backs in expected fantasy points. He had a touchdown overturned by review last week. There's just no way I can sit someone with his role. Unless, like, if I have Jonathan Taylor and Raheem Mostert, I might be able to sit Josh Jacobs. But even there, I have Jacobs ranked higher than them.
Yeah, I'd rather start Mostert. I'd rather start Breece Hall. I'd rather start ETN and Gibbs.
Right, those are all must-start running backs as well.
Kamara. Right, but there's a half dozen guys who were drafted after him, Pacheco, that I'd rather start over him.
I'd definitely start. Maybe in non-PPR, I'd start Pacheco over him, but in PPR, I'm going Jacobs.
But you don't care at all about the matchup.
I wouldn't say I don't care at all about the matchup, but it doesn't sway me one way or the other. We've seen running backs have good games against the Lions, and the passing game role is still incredibly strong.
Okay. The Lions, let's see. Two running backs have scored more than 6 points against the Lions, Ken Walker and Gus Edwards.
Exactly. We've seen running backs have good games against them. That's what I said. Thank you for confirming what I said, Adam.
You're very welcome. Josh Dobbs, Javonte Williams, Tank Dell, or Hollywood Brown?
That's Romeo Dobbs, I think, probably.
Yeah. Thank you, Heath. Romeo
I
Dobbs.
would much rather start Josh Dobbs than Romeo Dobbs. Last week, Romeo Dobbs is like an all-time bailout performance for fantasy, and I would not be trying to start him this week. It's Hollywood here.
Tank Dell for me.
It is his birthday.
And I would go with Javonte.
And I think people are probably like going to roll their eyes when I say this, but Robert Woods being out does matter. He leads the Texans in targets this season. Like, roll your eyes at that.
I gave a very exaggerated, but I was just doing that because you basically teed me up. Addison or Watson?
Addison.
Yeah.
I think I've got like Addison maybe 30 spots higher.
Devontae Smith or Pickens?
Devontae Smith.
Ooh. Projections definitely say Pickens, but I'm going to go Pickens.
Yeah, I've got Pickens as well. This is the lowest I've ranked Devontae Smith all season. I have him at wide receiver 28.
I just can't really take Heath seriously. It's just
Dave was literally laughing on the show while talking to me. Like, couldn't keep a straight face.
Just have your license and registration ready, and it's fine.
Yeah,
we are getting a lot of that as well. By the way, I think Devontae Smith a very good DFS play today. He goes deep. Jalen Hurts throws deep. Washington can't defend that at all. Hall, Barkley, Jonathan. See, I have a decision just like this. I mean, with Mostert being what he is and Taylor being drafted late, I mean, you are and Hall being drafted kind of late. You're going to have some tough decisions. So pick two of these guys.
Barkley and Hall.
We're definitely going to give different answers all the way across the board. I would guess 4 different answers, but I
Hall
will
and
go Hall. Oh, I was going to go Hall and Mostert.
Yeah.
And I was going to go with Chris. I was going to go Hall and Barkley.
Oh, I'll go Hall and
Okay.
Oates. I don't think I want 2 running backs from the Giants-Jets game. That just kind of scares me because there could
I
be
had a
better.
question about that because it's a Giants home game, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Will there be more Giants fans there than Jets fans?
of course.
Probably.
Okay.
That
Okay.
total, by the way, is down to 34.5.
What's it say?
That
34
total
and a
is
half?
down to 34.5. Yeah.
That's bad. Foreman or Ridley, half PPR.
Foreman.
Got Frank's costume. All right. Full PPR, Jalen Warren or Amari DiMercado. What is at it? So you realize it's not Halloween, right? I have a show on Tuesday. I'm the only one of this group that will
Wow.
be on the show on Tuesday.
I have a show on Tuesday.
Oh, that's right. You have the Dynasty show. That's right. So
I
I
got
have time.
I have to do a baseball podcast on Tuesday. Come on.
Okay, dress
You
up.
get to do a baseball podcast.
Chris and I are going to do a show together on Tuesday afternoon, assuming
Are
we
we?
don't both forget to do it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Warren or DiMercado?
Warren.
DiMercado.
Yeah, I have DiMercado 2 spots higher.
Especially, yeah. Full PPR. Yeah.
Let's see how we're doing in the like department here, because I'm guessing not great. Oh, come on, people. We got over 2,000 people here. Hit that like button. Only 176 likes. That hurts my feelings. Diontae Johnson, Terry McLaurin, or Rashee Rice, PPR.
Terry.
What? I'm a pirate.
Yeah, I think it's Terry.
Yeah, I mean, you got to start Scary Terry, right? We're going into
Right.
Halloween. It's got
On
to.
Halloween.
Yeah. All right. I've got four movies here that Schaefer put up in the poll. Favorite classic horror movie series. I haven't clicked on it yet, but I'm gonna guess Halloween is gonna have over 75% of the vote. That's a lot. Over 70%. Favorite classic horror movie series: Child's Play, Friday the 13th, Halloween, or A Nightmare on Elm Street. Halloween is. You should just take Halloween off because it's so much better than 34%. What? I mean, it's winning, but it's not winning by enough. Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, neck and neck, tied at 27% right now. Good poll, Schaefer. Good job. Frank, did you finish House of Usher yet?
No, I've still only watched 3 episodes. Just did not have enough time this weekend, but I will watch. I like it so far. It's pretty cool.
Man, you've got to watch the last season of Billions, Adam.
I got to watch the last 2 or 3 seasons.
The last season was so good. The finale just happened. It's so good.
All right. Would you start Dak Prescott over Purdy or Love? Remember, no Tyron Smith. I don't know if that
I would go with
is anything.
Dak over Purdy, but it's very close.
I rank it Purdy, Dak, Love.
Yeah, I have those 3, 12, 13, 14 in the rankings. Dak is at the top.
DJ Moore or Chris Olave?
Olave.
Olave.
DJ Moore.
I have DJ 1 spot higher.
Oh, come on, guys.
What?
Come on with the DJ Moore over Olave. That's fine. All right, grade the trade. Cooper Kupp for Jonathan Taylor and Mike Evans.
That's really close. I think it's a C.
I'm going to grade it an A for the quality of the trade. Like
That's not how the scale works.
This is a good job. Well
That
done,
doesn't
both
help
of you.
anyone.
Well, there's nothing to help now. It's over. They did the trade.
Well, that basically you're telling the other person that he got an F or she
They
got
both
an F.
got A's.
No. That means
It's a zero-sum game, Heath.
Yeah, I think it's a slight win. It's like a C plus or B minus.
I think everybody wins.
Goff or Stroud.
Goff is 1 spot higher from you, but both are top 10 quarterbacks.
Love them
Yep.
both.
Same.
Goff. Carr or Love.
Yeah.
Do not
Carr.
love them both. It's Jordan Love.
So Michael Thomas and Chris Olave are both tied for 3rd in the NFL in end zone targets with 7 each. They have 1 touchdown on those 7 targets each.
Wow.
But that's like
Derek
there's
Carr
a little bit of regression coming. Positive.
But part of that is every throw that you don't complete into the end zone increases your chances of another throw into the end zone.
And Derek Carr's had a low touchdown rate for most of his career.
Yes. But yeah, that's one of those things like Joe Mixon having like 58, or that's probably not the real number, but whatever crazy number of green zone touches he had last season. But a lot of them were like, first and goal from the 4, he got a carry for 1 yard. Second and goal from the 3, he got a carry for 1 yard. Third and goal from the 2, he got a carry for 1 yard. So it's not as impressive as it sounds. It's one of those stats like Derek Carr with the end zone throws.
You know, I'm really getting a little sensitive here that everybody's criticizing me for not having a costume, and I'm about to go upstairs and get Ace Ventura. Okay, so Pacheco or Pollard, Hopkins or Hubbard.
Do you have like a white, like a brown construction paper you could just like pull your face through? Is that what?
Leatherface?
I'll go Pacheco and
Pacheco like Ace Ventura 2.
Oh, Ace Ventura 2. Who cites Ace Ventura 2?
It's an iconic moment from that movie. I'm not like citing the movie and quoting it hand and verse.
An iconic moment, and that reference was Chicago, Chris.
It's an iconic moment. It's a thing everyone remembers from that movie.
I don't remember
have a lot of fond memories of the Halloween movies.
I have seen maybe 5 of these 4 movies total. I don't think I've ever seen a Child's Play.
No, they're bad. No, they're bad.
I don't really like horror movies.
Just admit you guys were too scared to watch any of these movies growing up.
Sure, no. Yeah, absolutely. I did not enjoy horror movies growing up at all.
No,
my uncles would like show us horror movies and then screw with us. I did not enjoy that.
Loved the Texas Chainsaw Massacres.
Yeah, those are good.
I loved zombie movies. So like you put like the Of the Dead movies up there, and I'll take those over all of them.
Look,
Jeepers Creepers was terrifying.
Did you say Jeepers Creepers? That was a really good movie. Very good.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, I'll recommend it. I recommend it every year. Go watch Sinister, one of my favorite horror movies, best horror movie of the last 10 years. But I think it's like
I'm still hung up on Frank watching The Evil Dead on a plane recently.
I didn't know.
That is just one of the most baffling decisions I've ever heard someone say.
I did not know what route that movie was going down, Chris. I literally had no idea what happened.
Was it the original or the remake?
Guys, we gotta let's.
All right. Let's do our jobs.
All right, here we go. DeAndre Swift or Josh Jacobs?
Jacobs for me, Swift for everyone else.
Yep.
Yeah. Paul, like I don't even get. I forget. Palmer or Rashee Rice? You gotta go Rice.
Yes.
Rice.
Yeah.
Wilson, Pittman, Ridley. Pick 2.
Sitting Ridley.
Yep.
I think I'll sit Pittman.
Yeah, I would sit Pittman, but it is close.
Okay, pick 3 here. Moore, Henry, Puka, Addison. Love the show.
Puka, Henry, and Addison versus Collins is going to be really close. I'll go with Addison.
I don't want to sit any of these guys at all.
I'm perfectly fine sitting DJ Moore.
Puka, Nico. If it's full PPR, I'd probably go Addison 3rd.
I'm going to go with Puka, Moore, and Addison.
Puka, Collins, Addison.
If it's half or non-PPR, then Derrick Henry's definitely.
Actually, I think I'd start Moore over Nico. Brian Robinson or Jerome Ford? You gotta go Robinson, I think. But that is nobody wants to start Robinson this week. So unfortunately,
I do have Ford one spot below Brian Robinson. So yeah,
you don't know if he's gonna play.
Right, and he's playing through a high ankle sprain, so he might not be any good. And he just might not be that good.
Oh
anyway.
wait, it's a high ankle sprain? I thought it was
wasn't it a low grade high ankle sprain, which kind of confusing way to.
And I think the Seahawks are giving up 2.6 yards per carry to running backs.
Yeah, they've been the best in that year. Another league: Lockett, Christian Watson, Drake London, Joe Mixon, Josh Downs. Pick 2.
That's Quatson.
Yeah.
And I'm going
Mixon and London.
I think Mixon and London, yeah.
Mixon and London.
All right. Do we answer this?
Kamara?
I don't think we did, but
Oh, he's gonna go Gibbs. Right?
Oh, for sure. Gibbs is my RB2 this week. Yeah.
I have Gibbs top 5, but Kamara just ahead.
Yep. Kamara and Cup and Puka.
Kamara and the Rams.
And I'm really questioning if you're I agree. Alvin Kamara is top 5 as well. So why can't you start both of them? You're only allowed to start one player.
I don't know. That's another guy. I mean, Kamara drafted late, right? I mean, so many of these mid to late round running backs have emerged. Evan Ingram or Schultz?
Ingram.
Yeah, I think Ingram has exactly 7 targets in like 6 straight games. So go with him.
Just very quietly having a solid season.
What is the
And he's not scored yet, has he?
I don't
think he still has 0 touchdowns.
Yeah, no.
He doesn't have a red zone target. All right, I see this thing about the Jacksonville weather. Kevin Roth on Roto Grinders. He's my weather source.
Yep.
Jacksonville at Pittsburgh. He has as a yellow. Scattered showers, more likely early than late. Wind stays fairly light. So
I'm not worried about it.
Too bad today for weather. Aaron Jones or Kareem Hunt? You got to go with Jones, I think.
Ugh. Yeah, you do. I hate it.
Yeah.
Just because we don't know if Ford's going to play, and that's a 4:00 game. We need to start 2 of these: Ayuk, Nico, and Addison.
I think I'm sitting Nico, but they're all top 24 wide receivers for me.
Ooh, I don't want to sit any of those guys. I think I'd sit Addison.
I have Ayuk ranked just behind that group, so I guess I'm benching him.
Olave or London?
Olave.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with 534 likes. That's good, but we can do a little bit better. We can do better. Let's get up to 700 likes. We'd appreciate that. 2,700 people in here. Hit that like button if you're enjoying the show. Let's pick one. Sanders, Warren, Akels, Singletary. You've got a lot of backup running backs there capping in.
I'm still going Sanders and Warren. Oh, no, Sanders.
Yeah.
Yes, you're very lucky you don't have to pick 2 there. Ridley, Dell, Diontae, Williams.
Honestly, I'd rather pick 2 because at least my chances of getting one of them right go up.
Sure.
Help my brain.
Jamison Williams?
It's got to be Jamison Williams, right? There's no other Williams.
Okay.
I'm going. So it could be Javonte.
I'm going tank.
Oh.
If it's Jevon, then that is interesting.
I think I would
it's tank for me.
I would go Ridley still, full PPR.
Yeah.
If it's Javonte, it's Javonte. If it's Jamison, then it's Dell.
Diontae Johnson, Tank Dell, Darren Waller. We need 2.
I mean, Waller's got the QB upgrade.
Great matchup, too.
Jets allow the most fantasy points to tight ends.
Dell and Waller.
I'm going to sit Waller.
I think I would sit Diontae here.
I think I sit Diontae as well.
Who are you sitting, Heath?
I'm sitting Diontae.
Oh, DeAndre said, okay. Yeah, we answered this one. Chris likes Jacobs. The other 3 like Swift.
Worth noting, the Jets defense has given up the most points to opposing tight ends. It's only like 55 yards per game.
Yeah, they give up touchdowns.
They've given up 5 touchdowns in 6 games. I don't know how much to take from that.
I don't really think there's one team yet this year that is so bad against tight ends.
No.
Right? There's not that matchup.
But they were also last year a tight end funnel because their corners are so good. Like teams just don't throw the receivers as much against the Jets.
But they
throw
only
the
gave
running
up
backs
4
and tight
touchdowns.
ends more.
They gave up 4 touchdowns last year. So
tight end?
that's why I'm saying like I think they're probably a fine matchup for tight ends, but like I think they give up the most points to tight ends probably overstates it a little bit. They actually gave up more yards per game last year.
Can I just say something? I'm very sad about this Matthew Perry stuff.
Yeah,
it's very sad.
Yeah, it's so sad. Jeez, man. Oh, what a shame. It's gonna be weird. Like I watch Friends like all the time. It's gonna be like very, very melancholy.
He was always my favorite of the Friends.
I don't really have a favorite. That's the best part about Friends is like they're all great. Derrick Henry or Jonathan Taylor, standard scoring.
I'm going Taylor.
Correct.
Let's see. Pickett, Tyrod Taylor, or Ayuk in Superflex PPR? Pickett.
I think
Rob-
so.
Probably Ayuk for me.
I have Taylor ranked ahead of Pickett.
You know, here Ayuk. Sorry. I want to sit here and love Ayuk, but he's got 3 straight games with fewer than 12 points. And Debo's missed 2 of them, I think. So I don't
That sounds right.
Why is your confidence level in Ayuk so high, Heath? No Trent Williams.
First off, I'm choosing between Kenny Pickett, Tyrod Taylor, and Brandon Ayuk. So, like,
Have him pretty high?
he's a number 2 wide receiver, high end number 2 wide receiver.
Right. That's pretty confident.
I don't know. He's a clear number 1 wide receiver on a team that's probably going to have 2 passing touchdowns, like they always do when Brock Purdy plays quarterback.
I mean, Pickett and
No, what if you
Taylor
like
are both.
Purdy? Oh, you do like
Pickett and Taylor have both been probably a decent amount better than Ayuk, right?
No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, Taylor's had 2 games. He scored like 5 points and 25 points or
Yeah,
something.
he's averaging like 18 points per game in his 2 starts. Pickett's at like 16.
He's facing the Jets this week, so I mean,
Sure.
Ayuk had a great start. He's been slumping. But he also unfortunately had 1 game where he left early, so that weighs.
And
it down.
Ayuk's at 15.5 fantasy points per game, but I don't really buy into try not to buy into too much the slumping idea. He had 3 great games, 3 bad games. I don't care so much what order they came in.
No, it's yeah, I agree. But his 3 great games, he caught like almost every target. He scored because he's still getting like 7-8 targets, right? It's not like he's getting 10 targets. Well, he did against the Browns. But I'm starting him. But I'm not starting him over Puka Nacua. Start Puka.
Correct.
All right. Bajan or Minshew? You don't need 4 sirens for that one.
Minshew.
Yeah. Didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, go Minshew. London or Ridley? I meant to click on that, but I lost it. So London or Ridley?
I have London just Ed.
Yeah, I go London. Okay.
I think I have Ridley, but I don't care enough to fight over it.
Should he play Joe Mixon over Christian Watson, Jonathan Taylor, or Ken Walker?
Over Christian Watson, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Does Heath have a Taylor Swift? He does. Shaver, get that tweet. Get that tweet up from Heath Cummings last night. Sorry, I feel like Schaefer just rolled his eyes at me because I gave him an order.
I mean, you're barking out order. You could say please.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Laporta, Gus Edwards, or McLaurin in flex. Ooh, fun. 3 different positions.
I think it's Laporta for me.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I like McLaurin. It's close. I'll go McLaurin.
Oh, this will send off Heath with this. It's really cool.
Very nice.
That's great.
I still think we should have had Chris dressed up as Taylor Swift today, but that's just me.
Yeah.
If someone had suggested it ahead of time, I could have done it.
No, well, that's Frank's fault then. Heath,
But I don't have any blonde wigs.
Heath, you can stay if you want. It's up to you.
That's okay.
All right. We have over 3,000 people watching, which is really awesome. We appreciate it. We have 745 likes. At this time next week, at 12 o'clock next week, when the Dolphins and the Chiefs will be playing at that point, right?
Correct.
That sounds right, yes.
I am hoping that all of you who are watching right now will be here next week, but I know that won't be the case. But hopefully we'll still have a good audience. But
Is Dave not here?
I don't know. I mean, he's not showing up at the moment.
I can stay for a couple minutes.
All right, cool. All right, Breece Hall or Saquon Barkley?
Saquon.
I've got Hull. And I saw a comment in the chat, and I got this tweet a lot last night. Heath, who allegedly hates Halloween, is all dressed up.
Yeah.
I'm married. Like, I do what my wife wants me to do. You know?
Apparently she doesn't want you to put candy out, though.
Heath does hate things.
Who hates
Hate.
things more, me or Heath? Who's more of a hater? Me or Heath? Who's more of a hater?
You're grumpier
Me?
for sure. But I think Heath hates more things.
Well, I think I'm only grumpier because like I have to like.
You're very grumpy,
Heath
Adam.
makes me grumpy. That's
You're,
the thing.
you're very grumpy.
I make you grumpy?
I think so. Yeah.
Huh.
But
I
like,
wonder
he
what it
hates
is
the
about you
Muppets,
that-
which is a really just wild thing.
Wait, what?
The Muppets.
Oh, they were terrible.
Listen, we don't know if Josh Palmer's playing and it's Sunday night, so you really can't start him.
Mm-hmm. And he's not such a slam dunk that he's not Christian McCaffrey.
Let's pick 2 here. I'd shake it off. I like that. Lockett, Foreman, Aaron Jones, Tajay Spears.
If Heath pulled me over, I'd get in a getaway car. Shouts to my Swifties. Foreman and Jones.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's the way I was leaning as well.
Aaron Jones or Calvin Ridley?
Ridley.
Yep.
I'd go with Aaron Jones.
Stevenson or Javonte?
Yeah.
Ramondre.
Yeah.
Javonte.
I have Stevenson just ahead.
Smash that like button. I agree. 833 likes. All right, we're going to set a record for likes today. I don't know if I've seen us get over 1,200, but we can do that today.
Yes.
Half PPR. Should I sit Ken Walker or Jordan Addison for either Jacoby Myers or Terry McLaurin?
I don't think so.
I would not.
No, you wouldn't start Myers over Addison?
It's close, but I'd lean Addison.
Okay.
Same.
I have Addison projected for 0.5 more fantasy points.
Pierce, Foreman, Hubbard, Rashawn Johnson.
Foreman.
Yeah.
Let's see. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. No, it's not underrated. It's just ridiculous. That's why you like it, Gus.
Definitely underrated.
Tank Adele or Drake London?
Tank.
Ooh. I think I'd go Drake there.
And
I'd go London, yep.
which running back are you guys going with?
Probably Dylan. I don't know.
I think Dylan.
I think McLaughlin.
He's last for me, but
I'd go Dylan.
I don't know.
Great options. Good luck, Gus.
I don't know.
If Jeremy, if you're gonna go as Chris's cats for Halloween, you have to jump into the stream somehow. Jump on Chris's desk sometime in the next few minutes. Pickens, Pittman, or Stevenson, and Rav or C.
I think I would go Pittman, and then Ravs D.
Yeah, I would go Ravs and Pickens.
I've got Pittman just barely over Pickens, but they're both quite a ways over Stevenson.
Pick a flex, Sir Adam. Yeah, I don't think so, but thank you. Flex Sutton, Waller, Najee, or Wilson.
Sutton.
I would go Waller
Yeah, I think
ahead of
that's pretty close. I lean Sutton.
Hey, Dave.
Gentlemen, Mr. Kelsey.
Bye, Heath.
Great to see you
Dave,
all.
good to see you. Late, Mr.
What-
Dave.
What is on Frank's head?
It's a
Who do
fair
you think
question.
he is?
I couldn't hear.
Well, who do you think he is, Dave? I'll give you a hint. Oh, ectoplasm was a spooky ghost.
Gee, that narrow that there could be 100 people. I don't know. It's a ghost.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was America.
Oh, this is America. It was the best. That's been the best Randy Marsh moment ever, I'd say.
Oh, I see.
There it is.
He's Randy Marsh. Oh, okay. So that's a better way to tell that he's Randy Marsh.
Yeah.
It looks like you have one of those eye covers over your head. Like you're going to pull it down and you're going to go to sleep or something. That's what it looks like.
No sleeping here, folks.
No, never.
Oh, I answered that one. Actually, I didn't even mean to click that one, but we don't know if Palmer's going to play. Do we have any big headlines right now? Like
Well,
injury or
we've got a couple of illness issues. Michael Thomas was added to the injury report with an illness. Mahomes. Did you guys talk about these things? I'm guessing
not
you
really.
did.
Not
No?
really.
What kind of a stream is this?
Well, I mean, Thomas is playing and Mahomes is playing. So what am I going to do? Like downgrade Mahomes because he's sick?
Well, I don't know how sick he is. We don't have any idea. And yes, you're probably going to play Mahomes anyway. Do we know the last weather forecast I saw in Denver? This is another part of the puzzle for Mahomes, is that it was going to be cold but not snowy.
Yeah.
Anybody taking a look at?
Yeah, it's been snowing for a while, but it's likely to stop snowing by the time the game starts.
Okay, good. We don't need snow out there to interrupt Mahomes' glorious throwing.
I think
hopefully he's not throwing up.
I think one of the big storylines is the Browns running backs. And it's saying I don't really think there's like a huge injury storyline this week, but Browns running backs, we don't know if Jerome Ford's going to play. The game's at 4:00. That along with Josh Palmer, you're going to want to exercise some caution. So I just saw this one, I'm still going to go with Kareem Hunt, I think, here.
Yes.
Over Jeff Winston.
Yeah.
But, Ford and Kareem Hunt, I feel like Ford's probably not going to play, but I really don't know that. So, but exercise caution.
Ford is a fringe RB3/4 for me.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah, he's more in the RB3 range than on the fringe of it, but now we're just talking like nerds.
Like, I'm not even sure. He'd probably be a top 30 running back if he were 100% healthy, but it wouldn't be a slam dunk for me.
And it's a terrible matchup.
Yeah, like even if he was healthy, I think I'd still start Najee Harris over him.
You guys
I'd
catch
start
that,
Gus
Miles?
Edwards.
Go ahead,
Catch
Chris.
what, Dave?
That's your point. No, I want Chris to finish. His
No,
point.
no, go ahead.
Cut him off. Well, now I feel bad because I just started to blab while
Just go,
you were
just
in the
go.
middle of the point. Well, first I want to apologize to Christopher. Sorry.
No need.
Gaskin is active for the Rams.
That's one that I'm like, every time Sean McVay has talked about it this week, it has not been a, hey, Darrell Henderson is our no doubt about it number one, like we're treating it. There has been like, we like what Myles Gas, and Sean McVay is one of those coaches who he's got a little Pete Carroll in him where he's just relentlessly positive about every player when he talks about them. So we don't know what to take from it, but I think there's a chance Henderson's not the clear-cut lead back here.
Well, I think that was always a chance, even if Gaskin didn't play.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I know, because I watched last week's film. Freeman was good. Henderson was better. They rotated series in the first half. In the second half, I think Henderson got a little bit more run, in part because of how he was as a pass blocker. He was really aggressive. And that's one thing that McVay has talked about with Henderson a bunch. And so if he continues to play that way, I think he'll still see a decent amount of work. And there's a little nitpicky thing about like the type of runs that he has, the scheme that plays into the strength of the Cowboys versus Freeman's strength, which plays into the weakness of the Cowboys. That makes me wonder if Henderson's just going to be okay. I'm continuing to move him down in my rankings. I'm debating him versus Alexander Madison as we sit here right now.
Yeah, they're both in the high end RB3 range.
Yeah, I get it.
I think based on everything you said, I'd have to go Madison, but I don't really like Madison that much. No, he's okay. All right. Listen, Dave likes to say if you send us compliments, then we'll answer your questions. But I really think that's just kind of gross, and I just don't like it at all. So let me just read this. Adam is the funniest, best-looking host of all time. Would you start Jalen Warren, Elijah Moore, Rashawn Johnson, or JSN, half PPR?
Don't love any, but I lean Warren.
Yep.
Yeah.
I hate to say not JSN too, because we know that Smith and Jigba's got so much upside. He's so good.
Lockett's clearly less than 100%. I think Metcalf might be less than 100%. There's a chance there.
Yeah. All right. Frank looks like he's dressed his right single. I like that. Pick 2, Dell, JSN, Stevenson, Henderson.
Dell and Stevenson.
I think I want to lean in that direction.
I would go with the running backs there.
Ridley, Devontae Smith, Ayuk, pick 2.
No shave November.
I don't know what that means.
I always thought it was Movember.
November, right?
I think both. Yeah.
I'm
I think
seeing
I've heard
Ridley.
both.
I'm sitting with no, I think I have Ayuk lower than Ridley.
Okay.
I have Ridley lowest for sure. He's I don't even think he's a wide receiver 3 for me this week.
I would go with Ayuk and Ridley.
So we have no consensus whatsoever.
Full PPR, pick 2 flex here. Ayuk, Diontae, Downs, Dell, Thomas, Ridley.
This guy's got a lot of wide receivers.
Ayuk and Ridley.
Yep, that's my answer.
That would be mine also.
Oh, Lawrence or Stroud?
Nope, Dell. I'm going Dell ahead of Ridley.
Okay. I'd go Stroud.
I have Stroud just ahead.
I have Stroud higher.
I'll take AJ Brown.
All right. How about
That'd be a good one.
Henderson or Foreman?
I'm going 4-man over Henderson.
Agreed.
Correct.
Tyreek, Olave, Ayuk, Ridley.
I'm sitting Ayuk.
I'm sitting Ridley.
Ridley. Is it
Yeah, I
Ridley?
would sit Ridley of that group. Yep.
Dave seems to like Calvin Ridley. Getting that vibe.
Yeah.
Who to start? Downs, Dell, Higgins. We need 2.
Higgins and Dell.
I will start. See, now I'm going back to my rankings for every little thing, and now I'm thinking, wow, do I really not like Ayuk that much? Higgins is a start for me, along with I think I have Downs over Dell in full PPR.
By the way, how did we let Heath leave the show without talking about the fact that he doesn't have Higgins? Does he have Higgins in his top 40?
He didn't. He didn't have him in his top 48 when I did the show on Friday.
Yeah.
He hates the Bengals. Frank, what's your answer here?
I would go Higgins and Downs.
He has Higgins 44th. And to be fair, there are a lot of wide receivers this week where I'm like he's got Lockett at 43, and I'm like, well, that feels low, but it's not that low. There's just a lot of good wide receivers now.
Yeah. I mean, look, some people are buying back into the Bengals coming off the bye, hopefully healthy. Heath is not. We'll see. Rashee Rice, Palmer, Diontae, Ridley. Pick 2.
Can't go with Palmer. Well, I guess you can.
You could.
Which of those? No, none of those games are full
No.
lock. Yeah, so you can't go with Palmer.
Unless you can make room on your bench for a Monday night emergency.
Oh wait, you could start. You could go with either Ridley or Diontae, and then Palmer or Rice. But
No, because Palmer's Sunday night.
oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. So Rice is out, or Palmer's out of the question. I'd just go Diontae and Ridley.
I would go Ridley and Rice.
I would also go Ridley and Rice, but I think that if Palmer plays, he could have a very good game.
1,000 likes, folks. We appreciate it, man.
Wow.
It's great stuff. We want to beat 1,200. I want to see 1,300 likes. I think that would be a record.
I want to see 1,500.
Oh, wait. What's got a good one here? Hold on. All right. I'll try to find it. Start 2 of this group. DJ Moore, Devontae, Rice, Downs.
I'd start Moore and Devontae.
Same.
Correct.
About this. Pinkman, pick 3. Hopkins, Watson, Dobbs, Palmer, not Palmer, Osborne.
Yikes.
You're begging for Palmer in this one.
You know what? Could you just gamble on Palmer? I mean,
could you find it in yourself to drop Osborne for Josh Reynolds or someone playing on Monday night, or even Darnell Mooney, and then you lock up one spot with Palmer or the other guy?
Yeah, what about
You
Quentin
could add
Johnston?
Quentin Johnson.
Right, Johnston.
Yeah, if Johnston's out there, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I'd be
And then
I'd be
Watson is
perfectly
the
fine
other.
dropping Osborne for Johnston. I don't think there's any upside with Osborne anyway, so I'd go with that.
All right, but I don't think we named the 3. Like, who would you?
Hopkins, Watson, and Johnston / Palmer.
I think that's right. Yep.
Okay, we're just assuming that Quentin Johnston is available in this league.
Yeah, if he's not, then
don't do
Well,
that.
we gave a bunch of names. We gave Johnston. We gave Josh Reynolds. We gave Darnell Mooney.
even Jameson Williams. I mean, he's getting targets.
Yeah, he's rostered in
Yeah,
a lot
one
of leagues already. He's probably the least
that's-
likely to be available, but you never know.
Christian Kirk or T. Higgins?
Kirk.
That's going to be really close. I have Kirk higher.
Dave, looking good. Lost weight?
Oh.
Brian Robinson, DeMarcado, or Hubbard?
I have not lost weight. I I don't know if Adam told you about what I texted him yesterday, so I'll withhold.
I didn't.
If it's PPR, I think it's close between Hubbard and Robinson. Let's go Robinson.
That's Brian Robinson, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it's Bijan, that's a no-brainer. Either Robinson, I'm taking. Unless it's Allen.
I might just go with DeMercado ahead of any of those guys.
In
I'll
the,
be
That's the
right
way I'd
back.
go.
in the spirit of Halloween, I think we have to start the prob.
Pick 2 from this group: Dell, Henderson, Aaron Jones.
Does Dave realize he's on camera?
I don't think he realizes he's on camera. I'm
I
gonna
hope he doesn't like pick his nose or anything.
Turn your camera
Dell and Jones.
Oh man.
I would go.
Yeah.
I would go Henderson and Jones.
Is that Dan or Gardner Minshew? It's Randy Marsh, folks. Randy Marsh.
Pre-fridge.
Minshew, Wilson, or Carr?
I spent a lot of time working on the running backs or quarterbacks yesterday, and I landed on Minshew
Yep. Minshew's
as my
fine.
favorite non-obvious quarterback. I made him 13th. I think he's good. I think Carr can be good. I got a feeling that's going to be a high-scoring game.
Okay.
Yeah, I would
And
go.
that was my son on the phone, by the way, asking me Puka or DJ Moore.
Oh,
It-
that.
it- Another story to share for another time involved.
Does anyone think that this is possibly a turkey burger? Because there is no way that's a turkey burger, right?
I can say with 100% certainty that is a turkey burger with grilled onions.
It could be a Turkberg. Yeah, there's not enough detail in the photo for me to say
All right,
one
I
way or
thought
the
they-
other.
Good for you, Dave.
Well,
all
I
right.
mean, yes, I took a picture of it. See, look how svelte I am. I'm taking turkey burgers. I don't have to talk about where I went before I had the turkey burger.
Let's see. Jake Ferguson or David Njoku?
Fergalicious.
I
I don't want to start Njoku.
have Njoku ranked higher, but I don't feel super confident in it.
Would you take Luke Musgrave over David Njoku?
I would take Njoku.
Yeah, I would rank them Ferguson, Njoku, and Musgrave. Njoku's usage last week was very good, though.
By the way,
Finally.
Dave said he wants to come up with his own dad joke. So have
Yes,
you made
it's a goal of mine before the end of the season.
the end of the season? You're
And,
getting-
and original. Well, I sure as hell I'm not going to do it now when we're answering people's questions.
I just want to know if you had made any progress on it.
None whatsoever.
Okay, all right. You work on it. Burrow or Lawrence?
Burrow. I think that's going to be a high-scoring game too, if not just a Bengals romp.
I would go Lawrence, but it's close.
I have Lawrence one spot higher.
Kittle or Schultz?
Georgie Porgy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh no, Rob Havenstein for the Rams today either.
Yeah, no Tyron Smith. Sanders, DeMercado, and
Ooh.
I would go with DeMercado.
Oh, this is so gross. If it's PPR, I might just take Dobbs. Non-PPR, I think it's Miles Sanders.
Yeah, I have Sanders just ahead of DeMercado.
Okay, let's go. Let's see what we got here. I got some good questions here. Brian Robinson or Joe Mixon is one of
Mixon.
our questions.
Mix on.
Nico Collins or Chris Olave?
Olave.
Same, I agree.
Someone had the same question as your son, Dave. Puka or Moore?
Puka.
It's Nakua.
Okay.
If you want to hear the funny story, let's set a goal with the likes, and then I will tell it as quickly as I possibly can today.
Barkley or Pacheco?
Barkley.
Saquon, yes.
Yeah, I have
One-
Barkley just ahead, but both top 12.
Isaiah Pacheco. Let me see. Let me get the stat. One game in his last 18, I think, with more than 16 fantasy points. But he almost always scores double
Yeah.
digits.
He's like
never
12 to
has a huge
15
game.
every week since like week 9 of last year, basically.
It's very strange.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
He has shown a little more upside this year than he did last year because of the passing game role, but it's still like the upside comes in like 3 catches for 27 yards,
Yeah, one game in his last 16 with more than 16 PPR fantasy points. That's almost the full season. Gus Edwards or Devontae Smith? F.
Gus.
I think I'd just go Diontae.
I would go Gus in half.
Gus is going to let a lot of people down today. I'm just.
Oh, I don't like to hear that.
He's going to let a lot of people down.
Why?
Because like he probably isn't going to catch a pass, right?
But if he does,
it's going 80 yards.
History suggests it's going to be an 80-yard non-touchdown.
I don't think he's going to get 20 carries. Has he ever had 20 carries in a game? I don't know the answer to that.
He might have early on in Lamar Jackson's career, but
right.
that team has never really given anyone 20 carries.
So he's probably getting 16 carries for 65 yards, and you hope he scores. But he honestly, I feel the same way about Diontae Foreman. These guys might throw up 6.5 points this week, or they might score 2 touchdowns. I get that. Gus Edwards hasn't had more than 16 carries.
He has 3. Gus Edwards has 3 games with more than 20 carries. They all came in 2018 and 2019.
Yeah, no, right. 29. So 2020, 22, and 23, he doesn't have more than 16 carries. Okay. Let's see.
I mean, that catch last week was more yards than he had in like his previous 22 games or something.
It was an accident. It wasn't even a design play.
Ayuk, Addison, Nico, Garrett, Wilson.
Wilson and Ayuk.
And I'll take the other 2, Addison and Nico.
Yeah, I don't feel good about benching any of them.
Yeah, I was going to say Addison and Nico as well.
Also, I want to take a little bit of a detour from answering your start-sit questions and talk about planning ahead. We have 6 teams on a bye next week. I've been picking up some quarterbacks. Probably, if watch the show, I have a lot of Trevor Lawrence. So they're on a bye next week. I kind of like, if we want 20 points,
only 4 teams on a bye next week.
4 teams. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, the next bye NATO is week 11.
Broncos,
okay.
Lions, 49ers, Jaguars.
Desmond Ridder gets Minnesota at home. I picked him up. I forgot who else I picked up.
Minshew.
Mac Jones has the
Minshew
Commanders.
at Carolina.
Yeah, Minshew, I'm just a little worried about them running the ball 100 times. But, yeah, Minshew you should get. But Trey McBride is not a next week guy. He's not just pick him up for next week. Trey McBride is 32% rostered, and you should really consider adding him if you need a tight end, if you can stash him.
He could become a stream to starter for sure. That's a good call, Adam Azer.
Yeah, because Kyler could be back maybe next week or maybe week 10. Kyler, by the way, is 75% rostered. Probably should be close to 100. All right.
Very tough matchup next week if he gets the start, though. That's not going to start him there.
At Cleveland.
Yeah.
All right, 1.2K on the likes. Appreciate that. Miles Sanders or Darrell Henderson?
Darrell
Henderson.
Correct.
Amazeballs show. I wonder how Amazeballs started, but I like it. Chase, Puka, DK, Nico, Ayuk, pick 3.
I think you could probably figure out how it started, Adam.
No, I
Chase,
don't.
Puka, and Nico for moi.
Same.
I think I have Ayuk ranked 3rd of this group. I do.
Yeah, me too. I'm with Chris. Garrett Wilson or Drake London and Javonte or Kareem Hunt. You know what? I have the Javonte Kareem Hunt decision to make. I put a little note in my phone because at 4 or whenever the inactives come out, I'm going to have to make that. I will start Kareem Hunt if Ford doesn't play. Otherwise, I will start Javonte. I don't know if you guys agree with that. And then what about the wide receivers?
Wilson and Williams.
I like Williams. I would go with London over Wilson.
I like your take on it, Adam, with Javonte and Hunt, and Wilson just ahead of London.
Addison or Aaron Jones in the flex?
Addison.
Correct.
I'm not trusting Aaron Jones until we see him play a hunk of snaps.
Yeah.
Who would you guys start between Jones and T. Higgins today?
Higgins.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean the fact I see this and say this all the time when coaches and players start talking about how not 100% somebody is, it's an excuse in advance of what's probably going to be underwhelming play. Very rarely do you hear a player say, "Oh, I'm not all the way back," or a coach say, "Well, he's not 100%," and then the player goes out there and he runs wild. And that's what happened this week with Aaron Jones. They made it clear he's not 100%. So he's healthy enough to play, but they're not putting everything on him. There's a part of me that wants to put AJ Dillon ahead of Aaron Jones in my rankings.
Yeah. I get it.
That's the internal noise that I hear when I, think about it.
What is the song for this?
Yeah,
one?
I don't know.
Is it Werewolves of London? Can you play Werewolves of London?
No, but you know what I can play?
Oh, here we go. When Fantasy Cops has a spin-off show, that's the theme song to the show.
Dave hates
What's
that
the
song.
question?
Yeah, dude,
I hate the beginning of that song. I love it after the riff at the beginning. Yeah, that sounds like we're about to get attacked by a pterodactyl.
Oh my God, he's making the guitar scream. Come on, Dave.
That's
Diontae,
terrible.
London, Jerome, or Rasheed Rice.
London
London.
Rice.
We only need one, Dave.
London.
All right.
London, yes.
London Gold and PPR Pickens, Hopkins, Flowers.
What's up, Horatio? I will go with Pickens.
And we need two.
Pick
Flowers with
Flowers
them.
and Pickens.
Correct.
Pick Flowers.
Is now a bad time for me to tell the truth about how I don't know how to read?
It's
You've
never
been
a
playing a
bad
long
time,
game.
Dave. Hopkins or Rasheed Rice?
How many do we start here?
3.
2.
Yeah.
Rice over Hopkins.
That would be a pretty funny question. Hey, pick 2, Hopkins or Rice. That'd be good.
I have Hopkins ahead of Rice, but there's no confidence level there.
I would go Rice.
I've heard some
Spooky
things
pick.
about the Titans offense today. I'm taking Rice.
Oh, what did Tom Spencer have to say today, by the way?
Tom Spencer also expects a high-scoring game between the Bengals and the 49ers. He thinks that the 49ers offense will get back on track with Purdy back. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it did. That's really all I know. That's all I heard.
All right, that's pretty whack. Spooky pick, Dell or Downs, half PPR. Please sing 311. Down. I don't think we
Remember is a
can.
color of energy.
Amber, whatever.
He wants us to sing down, obviously, but I think we're gonna sing Dell.
Dell.
We're in the Dell. Yeah.
In half PPR, it's easier to go with Dell over Downs for sure.
Dell.
More upside.
I am pretty intrigued by Downs. I've said this stat 100 times this week, but Saints allow the most receiving yards out of the slot to wide receivers out of the slot. So, yeah, wouldn't shock me, but I'll go Dell. You know what's kind of lost in the – let me make sure I get this stat right here in the Tank Dell thing. And it's kind of tough to know what to expect coming off basically he's been out for like 2.5 weeks because of the bye. But, all right, here we go. Let's fill the buster up. He played 36% of the snaps in week 5, and he had 3 catches for 57 yards on 4 targets. That
was Noah Brown came back from his injury that week.
I don't think so. I think Noah Brown came back in week 6 when Dell was out. I don't think so. But Dell's not even a slot receiver, so I don't know what Noah Brown should have to do with it. But anyway, I'm just saying.
Dell didn't play until Noah Brown's injury. Like it was week 1, but Dell didn't play all that much in week 1.
I know, but I feel like Dell has established himself now. But we'll see. I mean, look, there's plenty to sort out. I just want to point out, you look at the box score, you see 3 for 57 on 4 targets. He did that in 36% of the snaps in week 5. So that was that would have been probably 3 out of 4 really good games in that stretch. Okay, sorry. Back on track.
Okay.
Tua Goff Stroud. Who you going? Oh, pick 2.
I'm sitting Stroud there. I know he's a fun pick this week, but I like the matchup for Goff. I like the matchup for Tagovailoa. Let's go.
Yeah, I have Tua and Goff ahead of him, but Stroud is top 10.
He is.
Yeah, I have Tua, Goff, and Stroud 6, 7, 8 in the quarterback rankings. So,
Oh, ye handsome 4 wise men, I seek your counsel. Half PPR, Mixon, Roshan, or Darrell Henderson.
And you say you don't want our compliments anymore. I know it was a joke when you did it. If I'm starting one, I'm going to go to my blender and make sure the mix is on.
Yeah, Mixon. Adam and Dave, do either of you have commissioner access to the magazine league?
I have commissioner access to every league on
Because
CBS.
this is one of those dumb leagues we have
Really?
where Like Jacob Gibbs currently has an illegal roster because he only has 5 players in reserve, not 6. Can we either change his lineup for him so that it doesn't become illegal, or just change that rule? There's no reason you should have to have a minimum of 6 players on your bench.
Here's why I like that minimum rule, because I think you could, as long as you don't enforce it, because I agree, you're right. Like, just tell them to add someone or add.
Yeah, it shouldn't have to be an illegal lineup.
But I like the setting because you might go a while without realizing that you have an extra bench spot if you're not notified about it.
Sure.
So, you know what I mean? But I agree, you shouldn't penalize someone for not having enough players on the bench. Who has more touchdown upside? Downs, or DeMercado?
I mean, it's got to be the running back.
I think so.
I think
so.
But a running back on the Cardinals against
Right.
the Ravens?
It's not a great situation, but I would imagine I have DeMercado projected for a higher touchdown, a share of a touchdown than Downs.
Devontae, Hollywood, or Addison? Pick 2, half PPR.
I would go Devontae and Addison.
I would go. Yeah, that sounds right.
Don't ask me. I'm adding a player to Jacob Gibbs' team in a league that I'm not even in.
Frank, love the costume. Yes, Randy Marsh, for those of you who are just joining us. By the way, we have 1.2K likes. Let's get to 1.3. We got Javonte, Tank Dell, Christian Watson, or Romeo Dobbs. PPR, half PPR. I'm going Dell.
Chris, can you do me a favor, please?
Yes.
Can you send a note to the league letting them know that I added Liram Hajrulahu to Jacob Gibbs' bench so that his roster is legal today?
All right.
Jacob probably likes his target per route run rate. Michael Pittman or Drake London?
Well, I literally added like a kicker who's not even in the National Football League, just so his lineup's legal. Also, my fee for being an absentee commissioner is $100.
All right, London.
I will let everyone else in the league know.
London.
Yeah, I would go London here.
Thank you.
I have Pittman ranked higher.
Oh, boo. That's fine.
I'm going London.
Jimmy G, Gus Edwards, or Tyler Lockett? Jimmy G.
Yeah, I would go.
I would go with Jimmy G as well. If anybody else wants me to, fix their lineups for them, their teams and CBS, add 3,000 points to your stat total, there's a price for that.
Gibbs or Bijan?
I believe I have Gibbs ahead of Bijan this week, and has absolutely nothing to do with last week. I promise.
Yep, it's Gibbs over Bijan.
Amazing show, guys, especially Dave. Pick 2, Flowers, Dell, or McLaurin?
Thanks, Dad. I will have PPR. I think I might sit Flowers here for Dell.
I would go McLaurin and Flowers.
So my theory on Flowers is that whenever the Ravens can efficiently run the football, his target volume goes down. And I think this is going to be one of those games where we will see that.
Man, I'm getting a lot of questions here. I need spooky starts. Flowers, London, Garrett Wilson.
Well,
I'm going to sit Flowers. I'm trying to think of something clever to say that's spooky or Halloween-y when it comes to Flowers.
Garrett Wilson. And
you've got dead flowers. Pull them from your garden.
I think I would sit London.
Someone asked The Exorcist or Omen. Exorcist. Exorcist is by far the best horror movie. Like it's really not even close.
Better than Fright Night.
It's one of those ones where it's almost like it's unfair that you talk about it in a whole, because like horror movies, I'm not being but we grade them on a scale. They're trying to accomplish something different. The Exorcist is just a great movie.
Exactly. Best Picture, I believe.
Is that the only horror movie that's been nominated for Best Picture? Well, Blair Witch, I think, might have been. No, it probably wasn't.
Taysom Hill or Logan Thomas?
Logan.
There's a kind of funny thing coming up.
Silence of the Lambs and Jaws. I don't think those are
horror movies.
Movies.
Especially Jaws. Ramondre Stevenson. Ramondre.
Oh, The
right?
Sixth
Yes.
Sense.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a horror movie. Ramondre.
Yep.
What's up, Big Mike?
Yo,
We laugh every week. It's so funny.
Jamie's Halloween costume. He's a microphone. More Zay Flowers questions here. Pick one. Flowers, Pickens, Downs, or Edwards?
I'd go Flowers.
Pickens.
Yep.
I like Pickens.
4 Pickens and a Flowers. Tua or Herbert?
Two.
I've got Herbert one spot higher.
Same.
Okay. Puka or DJ Moore? Puka.
Puka.
Correct.
Is that from my son?
Javonte or Palmer? Javonte. Oh, you do have Quentin Johnston. Okay, well that's. I mean, like
I'd
let's
still go with Javonte.
I wouldn't. I'll take the receivers.
I'll take the receivers too.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't think Quentin Johnston is necessarily like I would have pretty low expectations for him. If
Oh,
Palmer
yeah.
out. Palmer out. I don't know.
As opposed to Javonte Williams, who's just been lighting the world on fire this year and is taking on the Chiefs defense.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. If I told you that Josh Palmer were out and this wasn't an option, because I understand having the option of Palmer, but if it was just
I'd go Javonte. You're
Go
taking the
Javonte.
risk that he
all right, yeah,
Palmer
all right.
plays.
That's a Palmer risk. Okay. Minshew or Carr?
Minshew.
I would go Minshew.
Minshew.
Isn't it uncomfortable, Jamie, like to have to turn your neck? Or you good?
No, I'm good. This is very different, very challenging.
Tank Dell or Rasheed Rice?
I would go Tank Dell.
Though. No, Rice. I'm sorry, Rice.
I think I have Rice higher.
I have Rice just ahead.
A little bit ahead. Little
How many
bit, maybe
likes?
a bit ahead.
How many likes do we want today? Because we're at 1.3.
1,500.
1.5. Make it happen. Woo! Christian Kirk or Nico Collins?
Kirk.
Nico.
I'll take Kirk. Big Mike.
I think I have Kirk just ahead. Yep.
Dinesh, Drake London, Nico, T. Higgins, and Ridley. We need 2.
Ooh, boy.
I want to take a
Nico
stab
and
at
Ridley.
saying Dinesh's last name.
Nico and Ridley for Jamie.
I would take the first two, London and Nico.
I'll take London and Nico.
Go for it, Jamie.
Kalyana Sundaram.
Kalyana
Kal-
Sundaram.
Kalyana Sundaram.
Nico and Drake London.
You going Sun or you going Soon?
Sundaram? It could be Sundaram.
Could be Sundaram.
Yep. Dinesh has to let us know.
There you go. T. Higgins or Tank Dell?
Beauford.
Higgins.
Higgins.
You're a funny guy, Dave.
Shut up.
Foreman or Henderson?
Foreman.
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 Okay. How about Aaron Jones or Javonte Williams? I'm not clicking these because they're going so fast. Aaron Jones or Javonte?
Javonte.
I think I have Javonte ranked higher.
Jones.
I'm scared of Jones.
Yeah, I lean
scared
Javonte.
guy.
I lean Javonte.
I have such low expectations for Javonte, I think that I might just gamble on Jones.
I get it.
Yeah. PPR
You-
flex. Because he did say he was feeling better, right? Didn't he say he felt the best he's felt since week 1? Or am I making that up? I'm pretty sure he said that.
He
I
might
think
have
he
said
did
that.
say that.
Johnson, Palmer, Higgins, or Downs? We need one.
Higgins.
Higgins.
Which Johnson? Diontae?
You can get Downs.
Roshan?
Yeah, I'm assuming.
Lyndon B?
Johnson.
Brandon.
Lyndon B.
Actually, Brandon's on IR.
Higgins is the way to go.
Yeah, I think so.
Javonte or Foreman?
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Javonte.
Oh, man.
We've gotten so much out of that little drop.
I know. If only Wayne Gallman were relevant. Adam got it. No, Durham.
Durham like Durham.
Yeah. Kalyana Sundaram.
Okay. I did try, yes. Thank you.
Kalyana Sundaram.
Sundaram. Okay, I don't really know if I got it, Dinesh, but thank you. I appreciate it. Stroud, Wilson. No, this isn't the best one. Jamie's the best looking. Dave is the best. Oh, okay. Well, why don't they just do the show then? Warrior Princess. Pick 2.
What would the other 75 people on the stream do?
What do you think?
Would you rather be the best or the best looking?
Best looking, I think.
Let's just answer the stupid question. Didn't we answer this already? Superflex?
Jimmy G.
Pick 2?
I'm pretty sure we did.
It says pick 2.
Oh.
I don't think we answered it correctly.
Jimmy G and Gus Bus.
I agree.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Tank Dell or Christian Watson?
We all suck at reading today.
Dell.
Speak for
Dell.
yourself.
Dell.
Yep, Dell.
Daddy. Okay. Sutton, London, or Cooper?
London.
Correct.
London.
Mm-hmm.
Apple
no,
picking.
London. Sorry, London.
Okay. Apple picking or pumpkin picking?
Apple. Oh, they're
Pumpkin.
both. Because pumpkin, you just got to bend down. Apples, you got to get like a ladder.
Yeah.
So I think a pumpkin picking.
There's only like one time a year where you'll actually do pumpkin picking.
I've never done
Too much work
either.
to do apple picking. Too much.
I don't ever want to do either of these things. I guess I am grumpy, Chris.
It's a job. You know, like I'm not gonna pay to go do a job.
Right.
Like I work a lot already. You know?
Yeah. Aaron Jones, pick 2. Jones, Foreman, Dell, Lockett, Diontae, Ford.
The foreman in the Dell. The foreman in the Dell. Hi ho the dairy.
I'm fine
The
with that.
foreman in the Dell.
Nice. Okay.
I like it.
Carr or Gino, Henderson or Zach Moss?
Carr.
Gino.
Okay. I like Carr better. And I will take Henderson over Moss.
I'll go
and
Henderson over
Henderson.
Moss.
Correct.
Jamie says Carr, Henderson. Frank says,
all Frank says is correct, and who knows
I
what
don't know.
he's
You gotta be a little more specific, Frank, because I don't know who you were correcting there.
Carr and Hendo.
There
you go.
All right.
All right, we need to sit one of these guys: Pittman, Olave, DJ Moore, Diontae.
Diontae.
Johnson.
Yep.
Gino or Minshew?
See if there's any late breaking news.
Minshew.
There's no late breaking news.
I'm looking just to see.
There's nothing. You're just bored. You're bored, Dave. We get it. Fruit flavored candy or chocolate, and then Hubbard or Hunt.
Fruit flavored every time.
I'll take Chocolate, and I'll take Hubbard over Hunt.
And then Hubbard over
over
Hunt.
So we're talking like Starburst versus M&M's.
Yeah, like Starburst, way better than M&M's. I would go fruit flavored candy, chocolate plus peanut butter, chocolate. Is how I
Starburst
rank.
over M&M's might be the worst take I've ever heard from anybody.
It's a bad take.
It's not. It's
Really
it's,
bad take.
it's
I think
correct.
this might be your Azer take, Towers.
No, it's an objectively correct take, guys.
That's a bad one.
Okay, I bet. What do you think the percentages would be when we do this poll?
It doesn't matter.
85%.
I don't think it's 85%. No.
Wow, I got a
Might be
20.
90.
Yeah, it's a bad take. I definitely ate way too many peanut butter cups yesterday.
That's better than either, I think.
Well, but that you said fruit flavored candy and then chocolate peanut butter.
That doesn't mean I have to like every single fruit flavored
Yes, it
candy. Like that's not how it works. I'm not taking Smarties over peanut butter cups. That's ridiculous.
What's the best fruit flavored candy?
See, I'm kind of like a little trash monster when it comes to candy. Like I love like sweet tarts, which are not objectively a great candy. So I may not be the best guy to ask here.
No, you're not. I agree with that.
Ask the tubby guy. He'll tell you the truth.
Javonte or Henderson?
Henderson.
I think I moved Javonte ahead of Henderson.
I'd go Javonte.
I'd go Hendo.
What's the candy debate?
What's the best fruit flavored candy? Skittle. Does Skittles count? No.
It tastes like fruit.
Why
Of
wouldn't
course it
Skittles
does.
count? Under
Yeah,
what?
Does it taste like? Okay, Skittles count.
What?
Is there-
In my
Somebody
mind,
just
I was-
admitted that they've never
Are
had.
you thinking
Skittles.
about Fruit Loops?
No, in my mind, I was thinking that Skittles were all the same, but they're not. They're
not.
So you were thinking about Fruit Loops?
I wasn't thinking about anything, Chris.
I would rank Starburst ahead of Skittles, but I've got to think of if there's other fruit candies.
love
that deserve
love
the
a
nod
Mike
over
and Ike.
Starburst. No,
Mike
they're
and
not
Ikes are
better than
great.
Starburst.
All right, we gotta. Sorry,
All right, let's go.
This is my fault. This is my fault. Rashee Rice or Christian Watson? Rest of season.
Right.
Rice.
I'm going with Watson.
It's close. I lean with Rice though.
Yeah. I hate saying it, but it's true.
Sit one.
Oh, no, you got to sit one of these guys.
I would sit full. I don't like him very much. Lamb.
Lamb is the sit.
I guess, yeah.
I have Lamb just behind Adams.
Swedish
They're all
fish.
top 12. for
Puka's
me.
at the top.
I love Swedish fish.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, Swedish fish are ahead.
Those are great.
I'd rather have.
Sour Patch Kids are
peanut butter
free,
cups.
right?
Gummy
Yeah.
bears.
So
Yeah. So those are better than
Sour Patch Kids are the best candy. Sorry.
I think so.
That was that's number one S tier best candy. Yeah, for sure.
I'm sitting Garrett Wilson from this group.
Yikes.
yeah, I think so.
I like Smith, but I think I'm sitting him.
I think I would sit Smith too.
Okay.
Big
They're
Mike.
all
what
top
you-
20.
Big Mike, who you sitting?
What's the question?
Olave, Waddle, Garrett Wilson, Devontae Smith. Sit one.
Devontae.
McLaurin or Flowers?
Flowers.
Terry.
Corn.
I have McLaurin just ahead.
Is Candy Corn? Oh no, that's not the one I meant to pick. I need one from this group: Higgins, Rashee Rice, Jalen Waddle,
Waddle.
Waddle's
Yeah,
just
Waddle.
ahead of Higgins.
Yeah,
and then Hurts over Tua. Someone
Yep.
said, "Is candy corn the worst Halloween candy?" I guess it's honestly very brand specific. Some brands make good candy corn. Some candy corn is terrible. The candy corn I bought the other day is actually quite good. Addison, Mostert, or Nico?
Mostert.
I think Mostert's the highest ranked for me.
I think so too.
We've got 5 minutes left. We got 1.4K on the likes. Let's get to 1.5. You're wrong about this mothership pilot. Will Levis, Tyrod Taylor, or Christian Kirk, PPR?
Kirk.
Yeah, I think so.
See Kirk.
I'll go with, yeah.
Here's the candy corn comment / nope, I missed it again. It was a question, a fantasy question involved. You got to go Tank Dell over Josh Palmer.
Yes.
I go Palmer.
Michael Meyer. Foreman or Javonte, half PPR. Jones versus Moss, full PPR.
Foreman
and Jones.
Yep.
Speaking of Michael Myers, Michael Mayer getting Garoppolo. Lions give up the second most fantasy points to tight ends. Just saying, if you're stuck, if you hate your tight end, maybe Mayer is better. Adam is the most athletic. Testosterone abounds. Would you trade Sam Laporta for Zay Flowers when you have Mark Andrews?
Yep.
That's good.
Yeah, that's enough of an upgrade. Yeah.
Frank, you need a flex here. London, Watson, JSN, Rice.
We are going with Drake London.
Yes. Correct.
We had a lot of London questions, and I think we like them. I think we like Drake London. Favorite flavor of Doritos, and Lockett, Dobbs, Devontae, or Warren?
This might be controversial, but I like spicy nacho the best. Burgundy bag. Pretty awesome stuff.
They have a spicy sweet chili in like a purple bag that's very good.
What's
I don't think there's a wrong answer. I think
they're all good. I prefer Cool Ranch to the original though.
I'm starting Devontae Smith.
Either Devontae Smith or Devontae Adams, I would start. But
yeah, Devontae.
Yeah, I'm going to say
that's who they meant.
Original Doritos, by the way, because
the red bag.
I like it. Yeah, I'm very I'm a wild card. Nico Collins or Sam Howell, Superflex, and Mixon or Foreman.
I'm a wild card. I go with the default option.
Yeah, original.
Howell and Mixon.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, Team Stick in the burger. I love it. Pick one. Jonathan Taylor, Devontae, Kirk, or Nico? Taylor.
Correct.
Yeah. Thanks for everybody who hit like today. We still have We still have Chris Towers is right. The man pointed out Publix chicken way back. Still have 1.4K likes. We'd like to get to 1.5. But thanks to everyone for being here. I do appreciate that. Jamie, please help. Would you trade Pollard and Hawkinson for Garrett Wilson, Nico Collins, Jonathan Taylor, and Kyle Pitts?
Yes.
Yeah. Who do you guys like better rest of season, Taylor or Pollard?
Taylor.
I still really like the usage for Pollard. It's just weird that it hasn't really translated to production as much, but I lean with Pollard.
Okay. Stroud or Tua? Oh,
Tua.
Tua.
right, baseball guys. What do you think? 1-1. I cannot believe I didn't watch the end of game 1. I'm so pathetic.
That was amazing.
Both
That was so
games
much fun.
have been- yeah, I mean, it's awesome stuff.
Who's going to win?
I
still think Texas.
I think the Rangers are the better team.
I'm going to be in Arizona next week. I'm trying to go to game 5, so.
Oh, cool. Is somebody asked, is Jamie in jail?
In a lot of ways, yes.
Stevenson or Higgins?
Stevenson.
Yeah, I lean Ramondre.
Waller or Schultz?
Yeah, Stevenson.
Waller.
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 He's got his better quarterback play.
Yes. You're like the 4th person to make that joke today. I get it. Daniel Jones is terrible. Let's see. Christian Watson, Aaron Jones, or Lockett? Who are we starting?
I'd go Jones.
Yep.
I think Jones.
Yeah, nobody wants to start Christian Watson. Huh? I get that. I don't either. No Ace Ventura. You're right. Maybe tonight. Maybe I'll break out Ace Ventura for tonight. Kirk or Pickens, Tua or Dak?
Kirk and Tua.
Oh, it's not. It's non-PPR. That changes things maybe
Kirk?
for Kirk and Pickens.
and
Pickens
Tua.
and Tua.
I'll go Kirk and Tua.
Okay. Is Jamie dressed as Jamie? I think so. Jamie, when was the last time you dressed up for Halloween?
Oh, I don't know. I've worn the Superman costume I've had a few times on air here. So probably 2 years ago.
Did you know that you actually inspired Heath, that he did not have a costume until you said the Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce?
But he's giving me like credit for it. I think it was like I saw somebody say it was like the most popular costume that was going to be out there.
Just take the credit. Sit one of these. Metcalf, Ayuk.
It looked amazing.
It was great. Ooh, boy. I'm sitting Cooper.
I'm sitting Rice.
What's the question?
Metcalf, Ayuk, Rice, Cooper. Who are you sitting?
Oh, Cooper. He stinks without Watson.
I would sit Cooper, yeah.
I saw one that said, I don't know. All right, Aaron Jones or Gus Edwards? Last question.
Gus.
Full PPR does not favor Gus, but I love the matchup, so I'll go with him.
I'm going Jones.
I guess we can read one more if I can find it, the one I wanted. Well, it said, will all of you marry me? Oh, here it is. Nope, not it. All right, yes, we'll marry you. Here's our last
Sit
one.
Hunt.
Sit
Yep.
Kareem Hunt. Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Great crowd today. I know there's a game, Dolphins-Chiefs next week, but that's no excuse. You can do both. Join us for our live stream next week, and we'll see you tonight after the games. Maybe Ace Ventura will make an appearance. Good luck, everybody. See ya.